Yes, we are talking about Greece. This is an important meeting because we are on the final line to conclude the Greek program. And we know that decisions must be taken ideally on the Eurogroup of the 21st June in Luxembourg. So we have no time to lose. And what must we discuss about? First, we must prepare the conclusion of the fourth review and the last review of the program. I can see very good progress in Greece, but there is still a bit of work that needs to be done. Although the results, as far as primary surpluses are concerned, are quite impressive, and economic growth is back there. And so I hope that the missions can go to Athens really rapidly, so we can go to the conclusion of the review. That's the first point. The second point is that we must reflect on the design of proper post-program surveillance, which of course shows that reforms are on track, that reforms are long-lasting, but that doesn't look and mustn't not look as a forced program. There must be no forced program for Greece. What I want is Greece to become a normal country inside the Eurozone with full access to market, with full rights, and that's really what we must do. We've done that already with previous programs, and that's the design we must have. Encouraging reforms, showing that reforms are on track, but also no forced program. The third issue is about the growth strategy that needs to be delivered. It's already been prepared by the government. We've got a strong basis, but we must have a growth strategy which is credible, which is Greek designed, and which is Greek owned. And the final discussion, of course, is about debt, because we need to find a mechanism that alleviates the burden of debt, which weighs today on the Greek people, and we need to progress on that. Some good ideas are floating in the air, just like the French idea, linking growth to debt, debt to growth. These are the four points that we need to address, but I'm confident, I'm optimistic, because I think that when there is a will, there is a way. We have already made a lot of progress. We've made a long way. It is the final line. We must be in our effort until the final day, and I hope that today we can show that there are good progress in this Eurogroup under the Bulgarian presidency of the ECOFIN, and of course under the chairmanship of Mario Centeno.
Mr. Commissioner, you are one of the few participants today who took part in the critical meetings about Greece years ago. So how does it feel today talking about an exit package?
Well, I've been fighting for years and years for Greece first to stay in the Eurozone, because I thought it was so important for the Greek people and also so important for the integrity of the Eurozone. It's clear that I was there in 2012, I was there in 2015, and we avoided Brexit, and that was great. But I will be so happy for the Eurozone, for Europe and for Greece the day we conclude that program, because it will mean that now Greece is a country with full speed, with full rights, and recovering growth, creating jobs for the people. And it will be also the proof for Europe as a whole that the crisis is really behind, and that we are designing a new future. That's why, yes, it's also a legacy for me, and it's something on which I will invest all my energy and public capital. Yes, we must have a successful conclusion of this program. We must have that swiftly. We've made 90% of the work. Let's finish with the last 10%. Let's do that properly. But we need, I think, all actors to take our responsibilities. The Greek people, the Greek authorities must show until the end that they're dedicated to reform and go on in that direction. But we, the partners of Greece, we must also show that, we are acting with the sense of solidarity towards Greece, and if we do that, well, I'm very hopeful. I was also I always considered as an optimistic, because I had the optimism of the will, and I think I was right. When there is a will, there is a way, and well, it's time for us to agree now.
Speaking about the new future and optimism, how do you find the command of our Prime Minister? I know that this topic is not part of your agenda today, but still.
Let's not talk about timetable. Let's look at the political picture. What is the political picture? Bulgaria is enthusiastic to join the Eurozone, and we welcome this enthusiasm, and we are really ready to work on that. Bulgaria will be the next member of the Eurozone, no doubt about that. But we need to prepare that with method and care, and we don't need to rush, because if we rush too much, then we create an accession to the Euro which is not perfect, and for that there are criteria to fulfill. And among those criteria are first the fact that we need to be in the so-called ERM2 process for 2 years, and another thing is that we must insist on convergence, because joining the Euro must be an asset and not a shock. This is why Bulgaria must be, I would say, really determined, but also must all be cool-blooded, to do that with method, to do that with care, to do that with a proper pace, and with the proper pace it will be a success.
Without having a timetable to realize
there is a timetable, there is a process, there is also the fact to join the banking union, and there need to be also a collective decision. So let's not create any kind of discussion that is unuseful. Everybody wants Bulgaria to join the Eurozone. We know what the criteria are, we know what the process is. Let's respect the criteria and let's follow the process. N'allons pas trop vite. D'abord, je suis encore là pour 1 an et demi. Je suis un bon candidat à ma place jusqu'en novembre 2019 et j'ai encore pas mal de travail à faire. D'abord sur la Grèce, ensuite sur la fiscalité du numérique, puis aussi sur faire en sorte que l'austérité ne gagne pas, et je crois que le Portugal a aussi profité de ça. Mais il y a aussi un très bon commissaire portugais à l'heure actuelle, mon ami Carlos Moedas. Mário Centeno est un homme de grande qualité, donc le moment venu, le Portugal choisira son commissaire. On verra à ce moment-là quel sera le poste du commissaire. Donc voilà, je les aime tous, je les respecte tous, mais pour l'instant cette commission est au travail, elle doit rester au travail jusqu'au bout. Mário Centeno a déjà une tâche très importante, il est président de l'Eurogroupe. Vous savez, ma petite expérience politique, je suis beaucoup plus vieux que lui, beaucoup plus vieux que Carlos Moedas, c'est que la meilleure façon d'être candidat, c'est de montrer qu'on est bon dans ce qu'on fait. C'est ce que pour ma part, je m'efforce de faire.